Welcome back to the Machinimites podcast. This week we got a ton of guests and we got a ton of topics to dive into. So, first up, let's get on with the introductions. Jamesman, how you doing?
No, not too bad, to be honest, you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. And you're back again, which is awesome.
I can't.
And then we've got another James.
Hello.
By the way, he stole my name.
Hey.
I'm pretty sure that's going to get incredibly confusing.
Yeah. just call me Mux. All right.
Mux and James. And you heard Che there, if you want to introduce yourself.
I was unaware I had to introduce myself, but okay. Hello, my name is Che. I was recently made one of the directors of Realm, so I decided to join this, and that's what I'm doing. So, hello.
Alright. And last but by no means least, we have 4sak3nX.
What's up? I'm amazing.
Alright, nice. So, let's get into our first topic of the podcast, and that is Woody's gamertag versus obviously Jesus. I think we all have ranging knowledge of the topic, but nevertheless, I'll give a basic overview of what I know. So, obviously, Jesus has been tweeting at Woody's gamertag, basically insulting his wife and his autistic son a lot. And there's been a lot of drama and beef between the two. And Woody's gamertag arranged a fight at, I think it was originally PAX East, but then they decided to move it forward to the Octagon. And then obviously Jesus put up a video on Friday saying that it was one massive artificial, drama, like they created it because he got cheated out of a rental car on his Arizona trip and wanted to make the money back, and apparently arranged this YouTube drama with Woody. And then Woody responded by putting out a vlog saying it was complete shit, and then offered him $500 to meet him in the Octagon and basically beat him up for $500. So
I'd have loved to have seen that.
yeah, that would be great. They could live stream it and shoutcast it and everything. I mean, they could turn it into one big charity event, basically. I mean, sounds good. But what are your opinions?
Well, I've seen a video that FPS Russia recorded of Woody in, I think it was kind of a cage fighting thing.
Yeah, the Octagon, I think it was probably.
Oh wait, was it the actual fight?
No, but that's just the arena thing. But yeah.
Yeah, and did he win? Did he lose on that? I mean, is he a good fighter?
He's trained and he's good friends with Joe Lozon, who is like this wrestler, like professional wrestler that's really decent. And he says that he's trained with
MMA.
Yeah, something like that. I don't really follow fighting too much, but he says he's a good wrestler and that he's got it all apparently. So, but he is 40 years old, and another thing I forgot to mention is obviously Jesus. In the point when he was trying to convince people that it was set up, he said, would a 40-year-old man really start a fight with someone that's half his age, just as muscly as him, and that has Asperger's? So, yeah, he's throwing that card, as it were.
Well, most of these people just do it so they can just just get more exposure in their own way. Even though they wouldn't get any more exposure, I'm just saying, it just sort of brings them up to the surface.
Yeah.
More discussion.
The description of his vlog consisted of subs, SUBZ, N views, and he basically copy and pasted that a ton of times. So I don't know. It definitely has gotten more exposure because it's sort of like brand awareness in a sense. Everyone's been talking about him and probably checking out his channel, and he probably has made a fair bit.
So is that basically saying that I should go to Woodsy's, whatever his face is, and just go and rage on his channel for a while, and then I'll get loads and loads and loads of views? I might just go and do that. That's probably the best way to get subscribers, apparently.
Yeah, talking about raging and like channel comments. I remember ages and ages ago, I believe something like that happened between DJ Keemstar and not Woody's gamertag. It happened between Keemstar and Wings of Redemption, didn't it? So I remember.
I think so.
They got both of their fan bases pretty much attack each other's channels, and Yeah, I just remember something like that going along. So when you just mentioned channel comments, that sort of brought it up. So I think that could possibly happen. I'm not entirely sure. Let's just hope nothing like that does sort of happen, and it's just a bit of drama, YouTube drama.
Yeah.
If it's not YouTube drama, I think they've got a lot of explaining to do, because it kind of seems like exploiting the system a little bit. And
Yeah, it's almost as bad as giveaways, like creating fake drama. But if obviously Jesus is so driven towards money, $500 to get your ass kicked, you know, surely that's not too bad. And he could record it and make it a video as well. That would probably, you know, get a ton of views.
that would
as well.
make considerably more money than the ass kicking, I should think.
Exactly. So, you know, who knows? He might put up a video over the next 2 days saying, you know, challenge accepted. You get to beat me up as long as you give me $500 cash.
Just at the end of the day, it's not really worth getting your face and your body bruised for money.
They'll be gone in a month.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I just don't think it. I understand. Yeah, $500. So I probably would take it. But then again, at the end of the day, you're going to get beaten pretty much half to death. What's so great about that?
$500.
But the thing is, though, he isn't going to beat him to death anyway. Nobody would. You wouldn't just pay someone here, here's $500, I'm now going to deck you in the face a couple of times. Nobody's going to do that. Even Woodsy wouldn't do that. I don't even know Woodsy, but no one is going to do it. He seems like a nice guy from the videos you watch. He's not just going to go, here's £500, I'm now going to hit you in the face.
Actually, I'd be a lot more scared if FPS Russia walked up to me and said, I'm going to deck you.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, that's acceptable. I'm pretty sure he's probably got quite a few guns in him all the time anyway.
Rocket launch, there's a couple of miniguns.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's a pretty weird one, to be honest, because like I reckon obviously Jesus could handle himself, and he actually said, because in Woody's Gamertag's podcast, they basically do questions all the time, and one of them was, what is worse, a woman being raped, like for the woman, like her trauma, or the trauma of a guy getting beaten up? And obviously Jesus tweeted him saying, after I beat you up, am I allowed to rape your wife, seeing as it would be less traumatizing? Because Woody got a lot of stick because that's a poor comparison. That's what people think anyway. That it was.
We just move on to rape.
Right. Well, yeah, we did. That's how it goes right here. We just move on to rape whenever we feel like it.
Good God.
You know, I used to actually quite like obviously Jesus, but now that this has happened, I don't think I do anymore. I think this is just ridiculous. I think it's the stupidest thing I think I've ever heard.
Yeah, I remember him being a really good entertainer, and now I didn't realise how much of a massive troll he was.
I think I remember watching when it was Bad Company 2. He used to do quite a lot of really good, informative, and I used to think to myself, this is someone who doesn't really care about what the community thinks about him. And now that all this has happened, it's kind of telling me that, well, he obviously does, because otherwise this wouldn't bother him. You know, I don't understand. It just seems like either it is a complete fabrication and he's got a lot of explaining, they've both got a lot of explaining to do, or I don't really know what to think, really. It's stupid.
The weird thing is they look very similar. And I don't know why, but I could just imagine this video where he's like, well, it turns out obviously Jesus is in fact my son. And yeah, I mean, that was just a whole new parallel right there. That's crazy.
It's like, which one do I shoot, the left or the right? Is that?
Yeah. Have you guys seen the film The Island?
Oh, is that the one with the
What's it about? Sorry.
Sorry, the one I think you're talking. Is that the one with the drugs on the island?
Is that Ewan McGregor?
Yes, it is.
Yes,
Ewan
I've
McGregor.
seen that.
It's basically they like grow these clones.
Oh shit! Oh, that. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I know that. Sorry, my bad. I was completely off topic.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So I've actually got that film up on my, actually around me somewhere. Actually.
Yeah, because it's
May
basically
watch that.
when you said which one do I shoot, the one or the other, it kind of reminded me of in a scene during that. Because basically they grow these people to be like organ donors, basically for celebrities in the real world, and they're on this like island in these tubes, and they win the lottery in air quotes, and that means they're needed. Their organs are needed, and basically Ewan McGregor and someone else, I can't remember, a female actress.
Some fit woman.
Yeah. Yeah, they escape the island, and then I remember one funny scene because she sees herself on a billboard, and That's always quite awkward when you see yourself on a billboard and you don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, I've had that many times.
Good film, and I don't know why I started talking about it, but there we go. So, game releases 2012, if you guys want to drift into that topic now.
That is a Google search just waiting down.
I literally have no idea what's being released.
There's a couple of
in
games. There's Diablo 3, which, to be honest, I've never I've never followed Diablo ever. It's not a game I've actually got into, really. So I'd probably get into it if I bought number 3, really.
See, that's like me. I've got Diablo 2 and the expansion pack, but I never bothered. I could never get into it, like you say yourself. It's just, but I think the new one, now that I'm obviously a little bit older now, and
it's going to be the same thing as Skyrim. It's really highly anticipated, and then eventually it'll get so much high ratings. There's going to be some stupid quote in there like, "I used to be an adventure like you. Don't take it down to the knee. Shut up."
I just hope I'm the first person to discover it.
Something like that.
I don't think there will be. I mean, any Blizzard game, like, can you honestly think of a quote right now that has really gone viral from a Blizzard game?
No.
What did Blizzard make again? I just, all I know really about the only game maker who, wow, that was a bad word. I only know really Bungie, to be honest, because I'm a Halo fanboy. But what did Blizzard make?
Well, you know that game which is online and like nobody plays it, and except for like 10 million people. Yeah, that one.
There's that. There's the entire StarCraft universe, Diablo. You know.
So that's another game, StarCraft. I love my real-time strategy games, but I just.
I have exactly the same feeling about it with that as you did. Yeah.
There's a lot of people who I know, especially who play games like that. It's just like, I love strategy games. It's just like, for example, Anno 2020. I want to get it, but it's just like a game I think I'm going to get bored of straight off.
Oh dear, I have just seen something horrible in that Wikipedia page. 2012 game releases for the PlayStation Vita. Michael Jackson, The Experience.
I was literally just about to say,
buying that.
From February 21st on to the 27th. They're just PS Vita, even.
Yeah. Oh dear, Michael
Don't
Jackson.
even get me started about handheld gaming things.
Spat all over my screen.
To be honest, I think nothing really comes close to like the convenience of like an iPod Touch or iPhone. Because in terms of portability, you're not going to run a game like Skyrim on a DS or whatever. But
the PS Vita is actually going to be able to run stuff like Uncharted on it, which is actually a quite high-res game, to be honest.
But I think if you're going to play that sort of game, you're going to want to play it on a really nice PC or a PS3 or something. I mean, are you really that addicted to that when you're in a car you have to be playing such a decent game and you can't just play like Doodle Jump or Angry Birds or something?
Oh god, I forgot about Doodle Jump.
I mean, that right there is just...
Memories!
Isn't GTA coming out in this year?
Oh yes, isn't it I think it's... I remember there was like a date in one of the videos that people, like a lot of theories were being spread around. I think it was August. Actually, no, it was early 2012. It could be... I remember March, actually, not August. March was floating around quite a lot.
Nice. So between March and August, you know.
Yeah.
Between March and the end of the year, sometime during that. What about Assassin's Creed? Is that coming out?
Another one?
Yeah.
There is another one.
They're really banging them out, and it's. I mean,
it's not as bad as bloody Final Fantasy. Don't you?
Oh yeah.
Not as bad as Final Fantasy.
That just came out, didn't it? 13.2. That doesn't make sense.
That doesn't. No, it should be 14.
Yeah.
14's the online one, isn't it?
No. Technically, shouldn't it be something like 16 because there was 10.2?
No. There's actually like 21 games at the moment of it.
Oh wow.
Oh my God.
Over 20 games of it.
Just like FIFA.
FIFA's one of those games. It's all sports games can just easily be retextured and resold, and it get the same amount of money really from the same game over and over.
Does a company do that now with a popular shooter? Well, come on, seriously.
Well, 343 are doing Halo 4, and they're basically I'm saying basically again, Jesus.
saying a lot.
What they're doing is they're modifying the Halo Reach engine so it would work for Halo 4. But I was sick of the Halo Reach engine. I hated it. I did like the Forge, considering that it was a lot more variety and a lot more flexibility. But it's just at the end of the day, it just got boring really fast.
What was the game that what was the game that you did that you got the first video on Realm on? If that made any sense.
Who? Wait, who are you talking to?
Anyone, just stab in the dark. Come on.
Minecraft.
I literally have no idea what you're talking about, James.
He's asking you what your very first Realm upload was.
Oh, right, I see now. I'm on your page. I believe it was a Dungeon Defenders video because that game had just came out, and that was my episode 1 of my variety show, which airs every Sunday, by the way. Just letting you know.
Still doing it?
Huh?
You're still doing it?
Oh yeah, still going
That is
strong.
dedication. That is dedication.
But not if you really love doing it and it's just like easy to bush out tons of material. Like people, there's a lot of people I know actually who do that. It's like, for example, Toby Turner. I don't know actually,
God.
but he spams content. I'm sorry, but he spam. I don't know how he has so much energy. He does his vlogs. He does Hute and Fail. He just does all this other, all of his other stuff. He does his gaming. And he floods out probably. Yeah, Tobuscus. He
Yeah, but
he shoots out millions of hours worth of content in a week.
Have you ever watched his gaming stuff?
What, Toby Games?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I watched some of his Minecraft.
Yeah, but it's not like helpful. It's funny, but it's not
Yeah,
helpful in any
he's
way.
not really
It's just
pro,
him sort
is he?
of messing around, just making weird noises. That's generally what the video
Yeah.
is.
Hello
so-
once again, audience. Oh.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I saw him Respawn his, like, I think it might have been when he first started doing gaming. It was the first time I'd seen him do gaming stuff, and he was playing Halo 3, and it was literally like watching Ken Burton. No offense to him, but it looked hopeless, and you got to rely
Ken
on.
Burton.
Like Ken Burton, okay. Let's talk about Ken Burton. But I've got nothing negative to say against the guy because there's nothing I don't like about him. He's actually
he partnered me,
honest,
so you know.
Yeah,
no,
he
I personally just think he's a cool guy, but he just doesn't seem to have much energy. But I'm not saying my words right today. He's one of those people who knows what they're doing. Scrap what I'm saying. Actually, fuck that. I don't know how to put it out. He's not like he knows what he's talking about.
He's down to earth.
Yeah, pretty much. Like everyone respects him in his own way, but I just don't feel that he has super millions and millions of stacks of energy to like put into his videos.
I view him as sort of like a typical
Make any
Brit.
sense?
He does seem like a, you know,
He's
good
from
old
Australia as well.
Englishman. You know.
He's very difficult to get a hold of, though. I know he has quite an important job nowadays,
Yeah.
but
I know what you
he's
mean.
very difficult to get a
By
hold
the way,
of.
I would kill for an email job at Machinima, guys. Hello?
Yeah.
I'll be a
Wouldn't we
cleaner.
all?
Just
I would.
go into Respawn, just wave, holler, everyone.
I would love to be like a, a personal assistant, like whatever, like literally a T-boy, just like, hey,
Like,
Hutch,
I'd love to get one of the
coffee.
camera guys for Respawn, like follow around Nanas, Nanas or
Yeah.
Sark or someone like that. It'd be so fun.
Yeah, you'll never get that. Wood does all that.
Twat.
You'll have to remove
Bit
wood from
harsh.
the equation to be able to do that.
Yeah. I tell you
weren't
what we
classed
should do is
tonight.
we should meet up and just record ourselves in Realm shirts and pretend we're a UK Realm team. Just pretend we're working, just like.
See, that's
do it.
another thing. I think I discussed this last time me and Muckle were in this podcast, but we wanted to try and persuade Machinima to somehow come to the UK sometime. But Jack, wasn't it you who I asked?
I emailed.
Yeah, but-
I was emailing Joel, and it's not good. He said it was unlikely, and
Well, anytime soon. It could happen in the next 5-10 years, but I'm
Yeah.
going to be old by that time. Come on.
It'd only be, what, 20-something?
mid
I'm
20s.
I'm 17 at the moment. Yeah, I'll be about 23ish. So,
Maybe we can
What?
get Ken to do something. He doesn't live very far away from me.
Yeah.
We all
No,
just
but seriously, yeah, if they could get someone like Ken Burton to do something like that, why can't we get... Well, okay, imagine this, guys. All of us, UK Realm team.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That would be actually really cool, but nothing like that would ever happen.
Mm.
But then again, considering we are all directors, I don't see why there's no possibility.
I would say if we got like, if we had good qualifications, you know, if you compared us with good qualifications to another guy with good qualifications, but we're directors and partners and, you know, genuinely passionate about the company, I would say they're probably more likely to go with us. Like, a lot of their employees, like Dunkus and Fwiz, they all started as directors and stuff.
Did they?
And also, didn't the creatures move into their massive house?
Oh my god.
That place is huge.
They're renting it at the moment, and that is fucking massive.
How much do you think the rent is a month?
Oh, it's got to be crazy.
It's going to be at least, I would say, about £5,000 a month.
They have a swimming pool.
They have two hot tubs. They have two
They have
hot
like
tubs.
4 floors,
Yeah, it's crazy.
and they get spare tables.
But think about it, there's like 6 of them in there, and all 6 of them have like 200k plus subs. They are literally rolling in it. I mean, ugh. Man.
You'd kill for that kind of money, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I think you would.
Especially in that kind
Yeah.
of job as well.
How did the creatures start, anyway? Like, why are they creatures?
Group of guys, game together. I don't know,
So they're
really.
like Rooster Teeth, basically.
I think it started off with Kutra, Nova, and Seamus. I mean, I'm probably going to get hate for this, but I'm pretty sure those two were the sort of the starting. And then, like, Spoons. And then,
They
like,
all joined up after that. I think Kuchar... Yeah, I think Kuchar was one of the first off.
yeah,
definitely.
Kutra is definitely, because he handles all, like, the P.O. box, and he was the one that got the house and picked everyone up from the airport.
Kuchar's a legend as well.
Yeah.
Here's cats.
Oh.
That's the only thing we take
yeah.
away from that, just cats.
Oh, cats are awesome.
As if there weren't enough cat videos on YouTube already.
I don't like
Yeah.
cats.
And doesn't
I'm a dog person.
doesn't Guitar Master work at Machinima now at the actual offices? Because I've seen him in pretty much all the behind the scenes stuff now.
Guitar
he's-
Master.
Yeah, X7, Lyle,
Sanity not
Sanity,
included?
yeah, Sanity.
Really? No one's seen this.
Oh, Insanity Not Included. I have heard of that name.
Sanity's
The
pretty funny.
cartoon? Girls with big
Flower
boobs?
decks.
Yes. Yeah, I know kind of what you're on about now. Right, well, there you
I
go.
can't believe you haven't seen it. I still can't believe it's not better. Sorry. Not the need.
Oh my god. Right, so...
Well,
carry on.
no, as you were.
Okay, let's move into the next topic. Recent YouTube bugs. Have you guys experienced any problems recently? Because I have.
I've got, actually, it's not really a bug, it's more of a pain in the arse. The YouTube player, for example, you know when you change the quality of a video, it just has a spinning icon.
Oh, and you can't
Just
play
like-
pause or anything.
You can't
Yeah.
whatsoever, it sucks.
Yeah.
It's like, I'd rather have the video black screen, and when you click play, then it plays off from the high quality. I don't want it,
Yeah.
I don't want to wait for the entire video to buffer before I get to view it. My internet's well more stable enough to view it while it's buffering.
Yeah.
I've got a
The only
37 downer.
Lucky you.
Yeah. Bastard.
The only one that I've come across is it's not really much of a bug either. It's just like you say, it's just annoying. It's when the player just plays and you can't do anything. You can't without refreshing. You can't. I know it's not that much of a hassle to refresh a video, but you can't press play. You can't pause it. It will just play and you can't skip through anything.
Oh,
It's
that's another
kinda
thing.
annoying.
For example, when you're playing a video, like literally just after it started to load, you play it like for a split second, and then an advert plays, and then it just like the video behind's playing. It's just like you have to go through the advert, and then you spoil like 30 or 40 seconds of the video.
Thank God they brought that skip in 5 second thing back in.
Oh,
yeah.
they still.
It's
The thing is, I think after 20, if you're lucky enough to get a longer than 30-second advert, then you're able to skip it. If it's 20 seconds or under, you have to sit through the entire thing. So they're not going to force you to sit through 1 minute because that's going to lose them a lot of viewership.
So I remember watching the Grey trailer like
that's
9 or 10 times.
And then Chronicle. I must have seen the Grey trailer like 100 times in one day because I watch a lot of videos. But I'm pretty sure Machinima had a deal with them because they do sell ad space themselves, and I'm pretty sure they must have had.
And don't forget, the studio that did Chronicle sent Machinima a clip, didn't they? Exclusive only clip.
Yeah.
Chronicle was a good film, actually. I went to that yesterday.
Don't you dare tell me what happens.
Well, right.
I'll pirate it,
at the
don't
end
worry.
of the film.
Easy what you say, James.
Yeah, but I remember seeing the Grey trailer over and over and over, and it's like I could quote like everything from the trailer and maybe go insane. Probably more insane than they were in the blooming Arctic or whatever.
Stare right back.
Yeah, stare right back at them.
What is On Live? On Live is
Oh, no.
I remember.
What is On Live?
I remember when we talked about this first time, and I said this as well. But I remember when they got the different voiceover for it, and it was so.
What is On Live?
Yeah, it was so weird. It was just like it was even worse than the original.
Have you heard the Page Rage
Yeah.
advert?
Page Rage.
I had that one a lot.
Like, we all know that was a massive ass scam.
It's terrible. I
So,
don't
well,
see the
seriously, I know a
point.
couple of people on my Facebook who still can't get back into their accounts because of it. Because once they did it, it's like there's no way at all. If you install the plugin yourself, and there's no one else who's going to see it unless they install it. So what's the point?
Yeah.
They put a lot of money into advertising that on YouTube because I know how much money it takes. I had a £40 worth of free AdSense or whatever it was, AdWords I think it was.
Yeah.
And I had about 40 clicks or like 50 clicks in 40 quid. That's quite a lot of money
It's like
for
a
just
quid a click.
Like Chronicle must have had at least $500,000 for advertising.
I reckon they probably match what their budget was in making the film with advertising and marketing, to be honest.
Oh, it's probably more, in all fairness.
Yeah.
Probably loads more. It doesn't cost
When
very
it comes
much
to
make a
Harry
film.
Potter, for example, they have massive YouTube banners on the homepage. So you know for a fact Harry Potter at least had advertising of at least 30 or 40 million.
Yeah.
Considering you have to hit the UK, you need to hit the rest of America, you have to hit other places and stuff. You've got to, and don't forget, you've got to make different languages.
Yeah. It's interesting how the Machinima channels have like advertisement backgrounds and things. And and sometimes if you see when you're watching a video of theirs, their video branding box, I've quite often seen like an Acer logo in that little box on the video page, which is getting advertising everywhere you can, basically.
And also, I liked the phase of when Machinima had their actual their logo as a advertising sort of thing in like when you loaded the video up, when a normal advertisement would come up, it's actually just the Machinima logo. I loved it when that stage was in.
What do you guys think of the new Machinima like post and pre-rolls? Like they got rid of the .com, didn't they?
Yeah, I find it so weird when I watch it.
I'm just used to it now. It does look slightly off.
Yeah,
Like
it's when the text
watermark.
rolls past the front, it looks weird for me, anyway.
Yeah, I was just raging up the first couple of minutes when I found out. I was like, what the fuck?
It does look a little bit odd, doesn't it? It does.
But it makes sense that they've dropped the .com.
It does, yeah, because
they aren't.
In all
website.
fairness, not many people probably really go to the .com. It's all about YouTube, isn't it? The .com is
if they reopen the forums, it would be much more bigger.
Yeah, I would love to have the forums back. I used to spend quite a lot of time on there, and that'd be good.
Well, when I was a shitty little director back in 2007, when I used to have a fanboyish sort of thing.
You still are, James.
Shut up. I used to go on the forums. I used to post my crappy little Machinima onto it. And the funny thing is one night, I think I mentioned this to one of you a while ago, but I uploaded a Machinima onto my YouTube, I think, or onto the main Machinima forums. I went over to my nan's, which has no internet, and I called my mum up saying, Mum, has my video hit 3 or 4 million already? Because I thought I was I had at that point, I really thought there was only like about 4 or 5 directors at that time on Machinima. So I thought if I'm one of the lucky 3 or 4, I'll be millions of millions. It's just like, no, James, no. You voice acted every single fucking character, and you're a squeaker. I just personally, I'm crap at because I personally hate my voice. I just fucking hate it. And
You need a hug.
I can't. I'm in media. I'm doing media at my college at the moment. And whenever we're doing a documentary or whatever video, I have to be in it. So, well, why would you join this course if you don't want to be part of the production? It's like I want to be behind the scenes, post production and all that lot. I don't want to be doing all the I don't want to do all the pre-production or storyboarding, and I just can't.
I hate storyboarding.
Yeah.
That's why I've literally argued with my teacher about storyboarding, because it's just such a boring fucking process. Because my teacher said, all right, you can either do a script or the storyboard, but if you do both, you get more marks. Then I thought in my head, if I do the script with such high quality, I'll get pretty much the highest marks from that, and it's not going to really make much of a difference. But then you started moaning at me saying, you meant to do the storyboard, you meant to do the storyboard. I was like, shut the fuck up.
When you guys...
Were you?
No, I didn't actually say that's what I'm thinking. But yeah.
When you guys do your like machinimas and animations and things, what's the thought process beforehand when you're coming up with the idea? What goes on? Talk me through it.
Effort.
Yeah. Well, what ones are you talking about specifically? Because like the first-person creeper ones that Chris has done, but no one knows what Chris thinks. He's offline most of the time. He just does his own thing. But what do you mean, my normal, for example?
Yeah, like when you had the idea in your head, like that first thing, what did you do? Did you write it down? Did you script it, or what? What happened?
It starts with a notepad.
Mhm.
And then from
.exe.
that notepad, yeah, exe.
Yeah, notepad.exe.
What we do, we just like throw around ideas, like what would be scary. Then I said the idea about camera. James didn't think it would work. I did a really quick test, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that's actually decent." And that's how tape 3 started. But the plots, really, I mean, I do a good chunk of the plots, and I get scared quite easy. That's right. I'm holding
You're
up my
fucking
hands.
pussy. That's why.
Leave me alone. And so I just think, what would scare the shit out of me? And
A dog bending over.
how
does that work?
Yeah, how would that happen anyway?
Do a barrel roll.
well, when we like we like to have a solid like plot of it. We call them plots. But
we don't necessarily want to get into all the animation if it's not all planned out first, because we just don't want to put so much effort into the keyframe and the texturing and all that lot if it's just going to be thrown away.
Yeah.
At the end, because it's such a it's not a boring process. Cause it's really cool to see at the end, but it's just such a long and tedious process. It's just
how long did tape 3 take us? That was completely animation, wasn't it?
Everything was animation.
Yeah. So how long did that take us? A month and a half, 2 months?
Yeah, ish. About 2 months.
Something like that.
It's just you can tell by that sigh there. I was just the endless hours.
The thing is, in tape
Dragging on a bit.
in tape 4, we were thinking it was like we had to think about this when we started the CGI process. Anyway, we didn't really work. We weren't going to do it in CGI whatsoever at the beginning, but then we thought it would make people think we just didn't just go into Minecraft, film a couple of clips, and just bung them into Vegas. But we just, at the beginning, it looked like 2 gay guys were sitting in a bed with a really, really weird-ass blanket.
I mean,
so I remember that.
I did the. I don't know how many of you have seen my normal tape 3. Probably none of you. Oh, okay. Well, most of you haven't.
Barbarian crapped himself.
Yeah, we heard SG Barbarian's reaction.
Did you record his reaction?
No.
We
that would have been sensational.
Because literally, we were sitting next to, we were in the call, and we were like, right, watch this. And it was a very, we told him to turn his volume up, so we did. And then he was like, because he was actually scared at the time, he actually started saying all the actions, just sort of calm himself down. And then when it came up to the dark bit, he was like, ooh, ooh. And when that high-pitched noise, he was, ah!
I would pay to watch that kind of reaction from Nick. That would be so funny.
I wish before you watch a video, it could say record your reaction. Like, you remember that React thing that they used to have?
Yeah,
or
reaction thing next to the comment.
It would be cool if you could like just record audio or a video, like and then it would count as a video response. I think that would be awesome because I'd love to see people's reaction to it.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Just seeing their real-time reaction.
Well, we kind of got off topic about how we make it, but
oh yeah, another question about how you make things. So when you make Minecraft ones, when you're building sort of the set, I guess you could say, in Minecraft, are you very specific about what it's got to look like, or are you just sort of like a house and or do you build like little camera points and stuff like that?
Muckle went onto one of the Minecraft forums and stole the house. And then
but then I tweaked it.
Yeah, we tweaked it quite a bit actually, and then what we did was we sort of just built the ideas around it.
And do you create like little camera spots, or do you just find one in the room and then?
If you actually look at you know at the very beginning when it's got like all the different angles of each part of the house.
Yeah.
If you look in the corner of the second floor, if you look in the top right corner, you can actually see where we've been lazy and not be bothered to just get rid of a block. You can actually see what we did. It's just like a iron railing so we could level the camera right.
Alright.
Where's this?
Really, you haven't noticed this?
I was the one who filmed all in-game shots, and all I went up to is into a corner in creative.
Well, this is going to suck for people listening to the podcast.
This is going to suck for me as well.
Alright.
It's just crushed a bit of his soul right here.
Alright, go. I'm on tape 2. Go at 28 seconds in and look at just above center frame.
Alright.
In the corner. And you'll actually see like, might need HD for it, but you'll actually see like the railing.
As riveting as this is, maybe
get back. You said about 20 seconds, didn't you? And then we'll just get back to it.
Right. Let's talk about the YouTube homepage because a couple of you guys wanted to talk about it. It's been in on YouTube now for a couple of months, I guess now. Thoughts?
Cunt.
Hate it.
Yep. Nice.
Ball bag.
Okay.
I'm kind of, I don't know. I like the outsidey bits. It's just the damn bit in the middle which I can't stand.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Smooth.
I don't mind the channels, but why the hell do you have to do a bunch of clicking to get to the channel comments?
Yeah, I still don't even know how to get to them.
And also, for example, live streaming, you know, back on the old layout, you had the uploads, the favourites, all that thing sort of like up in one little section.
Yeah.
But now you have to search around for it. It's just like...
Yeah,
why?
Video manager, then you have to go on favourites, and then when you finally get to favourites... it's just... They've made it quite overly complicated. It looks better, the visual look of it looks better, but
it looks a lot more because it's very high quality, the channels now, to be honest. But it's just... it just doesn't feel good.
It feels like Google.
Well, Google does own YouTube's.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's as
had them for some time.
As it's been taken over by Google. They've made tweaks to make it look a lot more professional and less like sort of hippie-ish, I guess you could say.
Hippie-ish.
Yeah, like kind of the free spirit.
I do like the way now it does look a little bit more 3D-ish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean by the gradient and stuff on the biome on the.
They've added more to make it aesthetically pleasing. That's pretty much it.
Rather than just
what
like squares.
They failed on is the actual
functionality.
content.
Yeah. Because the sub-box thing now, you've literally got a period sometimes of only even like 15 minutes. So I'm looking on my screen right now. There's one says 11 minutes ago, 37 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago, 41, 41, and 41. So that's, you know, those last four that I read out are in the space of 5 minutes, and you can already have to be in the position where someone has to scroll to find your video, which may seem, you know, like a meaningless task. But some people are that lazy that they'll only watch, you know, they won't scroll.
And also, coming back to the people who are being lazy, it's like, why don't you read the fucking descriptions?
Yeah.
Why?
What's the music?
Yeah. What song is in this video? It's like, well, it's in the description, yeah. With a link as well.
And also, when, for example, if you're providing a download link for a map or something like that on Minecraft, they'll be like, "Where's the download link?" It's called in the description.
Even the fact that you mention it on the video, the fact that it's in the description, and people still ask you.
Yeah.
I hate, right.
Some of them are deaf, actually.
I hate when you watch videos and either they got 009 sound system music, because we haven't heard enough of that, but I hate the ones like tutorials or something, and it says outdated, this no longer works. Remove the fucking video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to be there.
But not unless it has like hundreds of thousands of people keep it up.
But it's only going to get more views for like misleading. Like, I don't know how to restore old YouTube videos. I've tried to do that, and I've come across so many videos that just say outdated, but they got like 300 odd thousand views. And it's just
I have a video on my other account, and at the moment it has like 111,000 views on it. It's just like, I didn't know how the hell it got to that. It's crap, but I left it up because it got so much views. So I sort of know what you're coming from, but I know where I'm coming from with it as well. It's just like, you keep it up because it's part of you. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. So it's like you've worked for it, and why do you have to take it down? You have the right to keep it up.
Yeah, going back to the homepage, I remember when the homepage first came out, everyone was obsessed and they were pumping out videos about pinning me. Like, pin me, come on, because you can only have 10 pins down the left-hand side where you can pin channels. But now, what do you guys think?
I don't even concentrate on that. I barely even click it.
I've pinned all the Machinima channels and a few of my favourites, a few of my favourite commentators. But like, I don't see if it's that vital. And if people really don't want to miss your content, they'll pin it without you even telling them to.
Yeah.
To be honest, even though I'm on YouTube pretty much every single day of my life, I did not even know about the pinning thing.
Really?
No,
I didn't. I seriously didn't.
I did it
was
for
random.
you.
Yeah, I know. I noticed we've got the Realm and the main Machinima up on there. Actually, I just noticed that.
I heard about pinning about 30 seconds ago.
Oh, welcome.
I'm glad I
did not know you could pin.
Yeah, it's I don't know, it's alright. I mainly use it when I click Machinima Realm and see when my video goes up, because it's quite hard to keep track of the Machinima Realm posts. But
Is there like a gadget or something, or an app, not an app, like program where you can just it's like an RSS feed of a channel. So it's like the crappy YouTube homepage, except just for one channel.
People
So
do
you-
that for their websites. Actually, they use the API developing key, don't they, or something like that? You can get. But
I have no idea.
I think you have to be like a Google developer. Like, you have to be a developer of a website or something like that, and then you get exclusive rights to the API. I don't know. Actually, I don't hold me to that. I'm not entirely sure. But I know for a fact you can get an API. I think it's an API key or code or something like that that displays information or something like that.
talking of RSS feeds, to get a podcast on iTunes, you have to create an RSS feed, and I have no fucking clue what RSS feeds are all about. It just looks so like.
So you think you'd think, oh, it's not too difficult. You think it's going to be a couple of little bit of one or two lines of coding, but then you have to go through a fucking long ass process and.
And it's remarkable how I've literally searched like quite vigorously, you could say, to find a really simple program that, you know, pretty much is a template, but I found one, but it's only available for Mac, and I'm like, oh.
Well, I've got a Mac. I can download it for you. I could do it for you.
Don't lie, Max.
Get out.
Oh no, let's not start this.
I've got a PC and a Mac, so if you told me that I'm a Mac lover, you can go suck yourself.
I didn't say that.
No, I'm just saying, like, people say, like, we're getting off topic again, but still, because I have a Mac, I say, oh, I've got a Mac, and people say, oh, PC's a bit, it's just like, if depending on what you're using it for.
Mm.
Like,
What
Macs
do
are
you
good
use your Mac for?
Nothing really.
Oh.
I just, all I do is I have my
Good
Mac on so
argument.
I have my Mac so I can talk over Skype, keep more social status stuff, really.
Nice.
And whenever I'm bored, I plug in my MIDI keyboard to GarageBand and fuck around with some MIDI files. So
So that's your e-penis machine right there.
£1,000 well spent.
Well, it's funny you should say that because I was tempted to get a MacBook for stuff like that, like checking comments.
I've got
and
an actual iMac desktop.
Oh right.
It's not one of. It's one of those all built-in screens.
They look nice. They're good.
They are. It's very slick and it's a beautiful computer. But after I've had it since April 2010.
All right.
Ish, around that area.
I got my iMac when they first came out. Literally, I went to my school on induction day. This is how old it is, because I'm in like the leavers year now. And what was that? And they had like Macs in the music room, and I was like, "Oh, what the hell is this? These are awesome."
You sure you didn't go to my school because we have Macs in our old music?
I'm sure a lot of them do. I think they spent their entire budget.
These ones are called My Macs or Emacs or something. Really old fat ass ones.
Really old ones.
I used to go in there every single lunch just to make some music. I used to be creative like a bitch, but now I'm lazy as a bitch. So.
See, I think the only reason I don't like them is because they didn't have a right click. Well, the ones I used didn't have a right click. They might do now.
They don't have scroll wheels either.
Yeah, they do.
It's just an
But they do now. Isn't it just a ball now?
No, that's the old one. That's like the early 2500.
Yeah,
2500. Yeah, 2005 ones.
It's because we had a media room back when I was actually at school that was full of Macs, and I think that's the reason I didn't like them, because it was just because I was using two different editing programs. It was sort of like coming and going.
Using Final Cut and iMovie.
No, we were just using iMovie at the time, but at home I was using different programs and stuff like that, and it just got ridiculous. I just didn't like them. Just couldn't get on with them.
The default for them is the left click is primary and the right click is primary. I don't know why they do that. It should be left click primary, right click secondary.
It does depend on what version of Mac you get.
Well, I got Snow Leopard and it's primary. But it's a bit of a fuss having to change it on every user. So that's my view.
Awesome.
Moving on.
Let's go into next gen consoles. Any thoughts? What do you think?
What, the Xbox?
Go? Yeah, and PS4, I guess.
I don't think we'll see PS4 anytime soon, to be honest.
Yeah.
Didn't it? Like the PS3 took a while to come out. It was announced and then it took 2 years to come out.
There's that, and then there's the fact that Sony has that 10-year plan for all of their consoles. I mean, the PS2 went 10 years before we heard of the PS3.
Yeah, but you know, in them, they'll probably come out in less than 5 years of it's being released. So
I heard ages ago, it was like over a year ago, that that Sony weren't going to release a PS4 like within the next 5 years, because the profit margins apparently of the PS3 just weren't anywhere near as good as they were hoping, because the PS3 was priced pretty high when it was
about 500 quid, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that was and when you compare that to the Xbox's price, it just
they're going for 120, aren't they now? The arcade ones and all that, classic or whatever it's called.
I think you're talking about Xbox there.
I remember when I bought my PS3 and I was walking through town. This was the day it came out. And
then you got mugged.
No, there was two little chavvy kids that must have been about 12, probably not even that.
What?
And they were walking up to me and they were doing this sort of fist in the in the hand thing. I looked at them. I was like, "If you come near me, I've just spent my life savings." Bearing in mind, I was like 14 or whatever at the time, and I thought, if you come near me, I am literally going to bang you on the head with this thing, and then I'm going to shoot you with whatever the hell I can find. But that was the day. I remember that like it was yesterday. I just remember those two little kids coming at me, and I thought, you fuck off, you little bastards. Anyway, that's my story of the night.
awesome.
Did you not have it in a bag?
Oh yeah, but it was so blatantly obvious it was a PS3, because one, I had to carry it with both hands because it was that big, and two, it was in a big game bag.
How small were you?
I'm not very tall, in all fairness.
I can now picture this really tiny guy with a huge box with a PS3 in it, waddling through
with a
town.
massive ass grin on his face with two little twats who think they own the place.
Keep talking. I'm making a flash drawing as we speak.
I can't. What year did it come out? I can't remember.
2007.
Six or 7.
2006. I would have been.
Was it?
It was 6 or 7.
I would have been 14 or 15.
Google.
I didn't have that kind of money.
2006, November 11th.
I thought if you
Oh,
had
no, trust
500
me,
quid, you were rich. Now,
I'd saved up for so long for that thing.
yeah,
and then-
November 2006. Well, that's Japan. Dick,
Oh,
they always
ooh.
get it early, don't they?
Maybe March. Was it March something?
Ooh,
United Kingdom.
I'm
Yeah,
real-
March 07. It says here for the United
Right, then
Kingdom.
I was 15 then. So yeah, I remember that. Little shits.
Almost
I
5
remember they
years
used to have the
ago.
banana shaped controller.
Yeah.
It like a bloody boomerang.
Wow, it says here that the 60GB version was £425.
Yeah, probably. I've still got that. It doesn't work anymore. Well, it kind
The
of does.
80 when it first came out in the US was $800.
Yeah.
And for some reason I bought it.
Yeah, I got the Slim when it pretty much first came out. Not
Oh, I like
because-
it. I like it fat.
I don't
My
like
fat
this one.
is officially dead, I think, and then I have a slim now. But if I can repair the fat, I think I'm in good shape.
Back to console wars.
Fat
I
versus
remember.
Slim.
No, I remember when everyone was saying, "Oh, the Xbox is always breaks and shit," but the PS3 is unbreakable. Yeah, right. Sure, it is, mate. Considering you get the shitty little amber lights.
Yeah.
It's fixable. It's fixable and more reliable on that fix than on the Xbox's red light when
Yeah.
it first came out.
The Xbox, you had to have a bloody towel and overheat it, and then it would hopefully solder the broken component back in.
Oh, I
They
thought
did-
that was a myth.
No, it worked. It used to work.
Oh,
I knew
the
used
penny
to.
fix.
the penny what? What?
The penny fix apparently used to be able you could fix it with a penny. Putting
I
it somewhere
remember-
would fix it or something bizarre like that.
I remember with the red ring, because my red wing, my Xbox got red ring
Cock
of
ring.
death, and I literally, I swear I was on the brink of crying because I didn't understand
I did.
why, and
what-
I remember looking up like frantically researching how to fix it, and the main method was wrapping it in a towel and literally burning the thing, and I just couldn't understand it. Apparently it was to like melt the solder or something to, I don't know. It was very strange.
How the hell do you discover that?
I know.
What on earth goes through someone's
People will
mind?
try anything.
You know what? I'm gonna.
Well, don't
wrap
forget,
mine
there's a
in
lot
towel
of there's a
and
lot
set
of
it
it,
on fire.
but seriously, there's a lot of intelligent people out there who know what
Yeah.
they're doing.
Yeah.
So, for example, there
probably
must have been
think-
some information saying, "No, if your Xbox has this problem, it's quite common, considering the motherboards were shit when they were released."
Yeah.
It's just sorry. It probably just popped in someone's head, thinking, if it popped off and it was soldered, I wonder if I'd tap it up, wrap it up with a blanket. Oh,
No,
it
but that's
worked.
the thing. If they were clever enough to figure out it needed resoldering, wouldn't they have just opened up and resoldered?
Yeah,
not
but it
wrapped
voids warranty.
specifically?
It
Why
voids
would you?
warranty.
Yeah, but
But if
these
you
things
ta-
are breaking every bloody left, right, and centre anyway. So my friend sent back 4
Oh
because
wow.
he got red
Clever
ring of death
marketing.
four
Actually, believe it,
times.
I've only had one Xbox break in my entire lifetime,
I've had
I
7.
have not
and that
had
was
an
because the
Xbox.
video and the audio died on my old Xbox. My very first one, it was sort of like the connection between my Xbox and my TV just sort of died on me, like minutes before the sort of the video card of it or whatever it uses to display to the TV went all real pixelated and all this shit. I was thinking my TV was on the blink, or it must have been Red Dead
Fan
Redemption
inside it
broke
probably
my. Might have been Red Dead Redemption breaking my computer and my Xbox, but
See, my original PS3 lasted me about 4 years, I think it was. It died last year. It didn't die. It just decided not. It kind of got the orange and the white thing.
it killed itself.
And it was apparently because it was the first generation one, and apparently I was lucky that it lasted 4 years, so I wasn't too fast. I was going to buy a new one anyway, so it's still in
How
my cupboard.
often did you use it though? Because I mean, the less you
Like
use
every
it,
day.
less-
No, literally,
Oh, wow.
I used it all the time, and because I got like Play TV on it and everything like that. You know, this Freeview thing they run, and that was running every single day. Literally, I used it all the time, and I was obviously incredibly lucky that it lasted 4 years. But yeah, it's still in my cupboard, still the original one. So weird people online seem to buy them, but oh well.
That's a good point.
For a
What?
second there, I swear you just sounded like Ken Burton.
Yeah, he
Probably.
did.
No, seriously, he lives 20 minutes from me. I wouldn't be surprised if I sounded like Ken Burton. I'm not even joking. He lives in Kettering, and that is down the A14.
You know, I think there should be like a thing like all UK Machinima directors in this sort of in the vicinity of London or wherever should all meet up and
We
sort of
should.
have like a
Yeah.
hangout sort of session.
Because
I
for
would
me,
get behind
London
that.
is an hour. To get to Euston London is 1 hour on the train. That's it.
Yeah, I'm down south. So
I'm
it'll
10
take me a while,
I'm-
but I just catch the train and it'll be fine.
I'm 10 miles away from
Canada.
central London. I'm 10 miles away from central London.
I'm 3 hours away.
Yeah, I'm about 3 hours, 3.5.
Where do you
I
live?
don't even know.
I
Where do
live
you live?
down
tell
in
you.
Dorset, farmer
Ooh,
land.
Dorset.
Get off my land.
Sorry, Dorset. I don't know if it's.
Have
I
you
don't
heard
know
of
if
it?
Of course we've heard of Dorset.
Yeah, carry on.
Down in Dorset, sir. Right. Wasn't Green Grass set in Dorset, or somewhere around that area?
I'd probably, if it's got grass in it, then probably, yeah. Just,
Well, then again, if you're talking about grass, don't forget Amsterdam.
yeah.
And the rest of the world. But yeah.
Anyway,
I
I
come
had
from the
a
Midlands.
question. Nice, solid. I had a question and it's completely oh yeah. Going back to the console stuff. How long in years do you think it's the best time to release another generation of console that retails for like £300 to £400?
5 to 10 years.
Really?
When the
now?
hardware is outdated.
No, but don't forget, seriously, if you bought something which is brand new, within a week and a half or 2 weeks, there's something better than it.
Well,
So
outdated
if you
beyond
did that,
the
you'd
point
have
that it can't run
we would have
anything.
the PS3 7,257,000.
You just pretty
Billion.
much described PCs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there is like new CPUs,
Yeah.
graphics cards, everything. Like that
Everything's being
technology
updated.
is moving on so fast.
I love how I thought when I got my new PC, it had the i7 2600K,
Yeah.
and at the time when I bought it, it was the best processor, or one of the top processors. Now, no, when I got it, I was like yes, and whenever it was going slow, I was like, oh, it's still the best processor. I don't give a shit. And when the new one came out, I was like, for fuck's sake.
To be fair though, if you want to get one above the i7 2600K, you're gonna have to spend like a ridiculous amount of money, like the same amount of money
the
than the whole
processor
system.
alone. The processor of the i7 to 2600K is, I believe, £250
Yeah,
onwards.
yeah. Because I remember ever since I built mine, I've literally been looking for new components just because you can always upgrade it basically, and it's a good hobby but very expensive.
But then again, that's sort of bringing the PC back, being able to.
Yeah.
Because there was a point in time where consoles took over, but now that everything moves forward so quickly, PCs are just sort of like, yeah, that's all right. We'll just change the components. Whereas
PC's shit.
There's
over
better
consoles.
support for the PC though. I mean, like game
Oh, yeah.
wise.
Yeah, but there's a
Definitely,
lot
yeah.
more. Well, when it comes to PC, you can mod without
Yeah.
voiding any. Or
Yeah,
get,
yeah.
But then again, when it comes to console, I think console is more chilled than PC. Because PC, you have more hardcore.
yeah,
PC's a lot more controllable over FPS, for example, and strategy. I don't even know why they even attempt strategy games on consoles.
Yeah, Halo
Because you
Wars, I'm
can't-
pretty sure
You
flopped.
really can't.
If they
It's
made
hard,
that,
yeah.
if they made Halo Wars on the PC, that would
I
have
would
been,
get it.
That would have been a hit.
Mm.
So I remember Command & Conquer Generals, there was a Halo mod, and when Halo Wars was being developed, that mod was taken down due to copyright infringement. Because because that mod alone is better than Halo Wars will ever be.
You hear that? He's making a point. I can hear him tapping on his.
Yeah, just
He's tapping. He's making a point.
I'm making a point that my point's blunt now.
Do you ever find though when you do like commentaries and stuff like that? Nice picture. Yeah. Anyway, do you ever find when you're doing like commentaries and stuff, you're still doing hand gestures to basically a screen and a microphone? You just, it's
Copying
quite.
that. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm just saving that image. Carry on.
Yeah. Oh man, I've completely lost my train of thought now.
You're going on about something.
Thanks.
that's helpful.
Thanks, Michael, putting us off.
I'm sorry.
Short-term memory loss here, mate.
Picture.
Oh,
Anyway,
love that.
let's
Beware.
we could move into the James Bond Skyfall screenshot that tells
Very
us so much about the new film that's coming out. It's unbelievably
Oh yes, a very
informative.
Where is that screenshot? Oh, there it is.
It's the one with Bond with some stubble.
Yep.
Stubble
in this
Double.
picture, let's do a trailer breakdown, you know, because they're obviously not bullshit videos. Let's go ahead and let's analyze
Something's
this
gonna know about me.
screenshot before all of
Well,
us.
that's Inception. Whoops.
Specialize in a special type of protection or
Something you're
whatever it
gonna
is.
know. I specialize in a very specific type of security.
I'm better than a cum-dum.
What?
Sorry.
Conscious security. You mean dreams?
Will this be copyrighted for the script? Who knows?
Who knows what's going on my channel, so F you guys. But anyway,
I
going
was
back
just
to
saying
the-
a bunch of random words in a specific order.
I don't know if you're referencing
If you
anything.
add in the then I would understand. Wait, I just did that shit.
Yeah, good one.
No, I just think the Inception just was a revolutionary part of film after it came out. I just think it just changed.
It's a good.
I just think it
topic.
just changed films after Inception. I just think it was a bomb.
I loved that film.
Do you think
Yeah.
he was back to reality at the end, or do you think the thing was going to keep spinning?
No, of course not. Of course not.
I don't know. You saw it. I think he does because it was wobbling. Whereas when it was inside the safe, it was just spinning constantly. It wasn't changing where it was. It was just spinning. Whereas at the end of that one, it was slightly wobbling. So that makes me think, yeah, it's gonna. Fall
Yeah,
over.
but that technically still happens, and then it could still.
Yeah.
Then again, I have a strange feeling that because we didn't see it
Yeah.
stop, that I think that's just leaving. And I just hope they make a second,
Yeah. Are there
film.
rumors for a second film?
or
Like-
even a prequel to what happened beforehand, of why they're all after him and such. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Even though we know why they're after him, but you know.
Well, they just take part of the film and just re-release it.
Seems pretty normal to be honest.
So I'd like to see the
Seems
story
legit.
because I can imagine, you know, the scenes, for example, when Cobb and his wife were building places, all that lot. It would be kind of cool to see like a side of that. You know what I mean?
For our UK time lapse.
In fact, I vaguely remember if you got the special Inception thing, it did actually have something with it which explained the lead up to the film. It had, I think it was a comic. Something you could watch, and it explained the whole thing before the film
All right.
of the whole lead up. So I think it's already been done, but obviously
Speaking
not
of
to the extent.
amazing films, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the worst film ever made in existence, and that is Titanic 2. I don't know if you guys have
That's
heard about
real?
this. Yeah,
I didn't even know there
it's-
was a Titanic
It's a genuine film, and on IMDb.
Wasn't it about one of the sister ships of the Titanic?
No,
Or was it
it's,
just
it's
the
even
Titanic
worse.
too?
Even worse. Basically,
Jack rises.
the character that
Jack
Leonardo.
rises.
Yeah,
They
it
literally
pretty much
took
is.
yeah, well, they took the phrase
You
"my
thought
heart
it
will
was a
go on."
joke.
They
Yeah.
took the phrase "my heart will go on" literal.
He froze apparently when he sunk down. He froze cryogenically, so he's still alive. Washes
God's
up on
sake.
the shores of America and tries to find the female. I can't remember what her name was, but
Rose.
Rose.
that's the film basically, and it is unbelievably shit. And it got like a 1.6 out of 10 on IMDb. It's one of the
Thing is-
worst films ever
Sorry, I've
made.
got to watch this film.
Yeah, I have a massive urge to watch this film now.
James, me and you tonight, we're getting it. we always watch films together. Not that we're gay.
Oh
we're
my
just
god,
saying.
1.8 out of 10 on IMDb.
Yeah,
That's so
it's
true.
so bad. And
On
obviously it
100th
doesn't have
anniversary of
any
the
of the
original
original cast, because why would you ever agree to go in that kind of film?
Yeah.
But I think the only thing that the directors were they can't genuinely be thinking, we're on to an amazing Oscar award winning. Why didn't anyone think of this plot before? He freezes and washes up on America. It's genius.
Oh my god! You know what I just noticed on the Titanic 2 poster of the film, on the main sort of chimney thing at the front, it looks like a sad face with two eyes.
What?
Seriously, look at it
Where?
right now. Go on IMDb and look at the poster. It looks like they're on the
Oh
chimney.
my
Just like
god.
two eyes and a sad
Oh god,
face.
yeah.
First thing I noticed when I looked at it, I was like, what the fuck?
I
Oh,
can't even believe someone. How did they even get the rights to Titanic?
I don't know.
The-
What is that even meant to be on the chimney? Like, Is it meant to be the face? Or what? Because
I think it's supposed to be lights.
it just looks completely shit.
Hold on, they're out in the middle of the ocean. How the fuck can someone wash up on shore?
Okay, exactly. It's just completely. And how can someone freeze in the Arctic Ocean? It's just,
Yeah, you wouldn't even though it's not really possible at the moment. The only way for that to ever happen is instantly freeze.
Didn't the Disney
and
guy
Jack
do
died halfway through anyway. You'd have to be physically frozen in like less than milliseconds.
I'm sorry, I just saw this picture that I need to share with you guys.
Oh god. Got ha in What the fuck?
Someone felt the need to do that.
That guy's a legend.
I forgot what we were talking about now.
I feel like I need to meet that person now.
That sound, that was so overused in Harry Potter.
Oh god, I think what they're trying to do is I know I'm probably fully off on this, but you know the Wilhelm scream. I think that could be the next Wilhelm scream. Yeah. Bit of song fools. It was the same sound effect was used about 4 or 5 times in the trailer.
Was it really?
I didn't even realise. I'm gonna have to watch this now.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, all of us watch at the same time.
Well, I bet this is thrilling for people listening to this. This is absolute gold.
If anyone is still listening like an hour in, then props to you. Round of applause.
It has been quite a while.
It wasn't. Right. Well, honestly, me and you, James, we're going to watch it.
Yeah!
Yeah, boys.
Alright, what's the, other than Titanic 2, what's the worst favourite film? What's the worst film you've ever seen?
Wally. Wally was fucking...
No, Wally was actually quite good.
It was horrible. Horrible.
Well, I didn't think it was the greatest film in the world, but I just thought it was entertaining enough.
The Lady Killers. It's got to be mine.
The Lady?
Yeah, 2004. I'll link you to the IMDb page.
Captain America for me. It was one of the worst films I've ever seen in my entire life.
Matt Damon.
It's got an all-star cast as well. It's got Tom Hanks and quite a few other recognisable actors. But it was so bad. The only thing I can remember from it is it was a mildly funny scene. Well, there were 2 scenes. Basically, Chinese guy falling down the stairs and dying, and
As you do.
and this guy saying that this explosive was safe, and he was like, "Hell, it's so safe you could even hit it with a hammer." And then it just pans out to this house, and it just completely blows up. And those were the 2 highlights of the film. So you can imagine how shocking that was.
What was the story for it? Because at the moment it looks kind of like a rip-off of Sherlock Holmes mixed with what's that thing called with the guy who plays a woman, Big Mama's House?
Big Mama's House.
A Big Mama's House.
I don't think it really had a plot to it. It's one of those films that's just shit. And it's just like loosely based around some, general storyline.
And I want to know what's your guys' opinion on the new Spider-Man film?
The Amazing Spider-Man.
Don't care.
What?
Well, considering that it's a reboot, not a remake, I'm actually going to probably see it.
Is it got the real guy in it?
No, the completely different.
The main guy, Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
It's not Tobey Maguire anymore, if that's what the guy you're trying to think
yeah.
of.
I thought Tobey did a good job of what he did, but I just didn't think he was the best for the role.
Yeah,
but this one's more based towards more of the comic book side.
Sorry, carry on.
Okay. Did you guys like the film The Dark Knight?
I love The Dark Knight.
I still haven't seen it.
Sorry, overrated. I'm sorry, overrated.
It was. See, my father was a drinker. And one day, he shoved it easier than usual. So puts his dick in my mouth and says, "Let's put a smile on that face." I'm Batman. I'm Batman.
I think that probably was
Rachel.
the only good thing that came out of the film is the scars scene, but well, the multiple how I got these scars scenes.
And here we go.
My favourite part of the film is where the Joker's walking out the hospital dressed as a nurse. I found that
That
absolutely
is
hilarious.
I thought, no, to be perfectly honest, I know someone at the moment who absolutely hates The Dark Knight. He just thinks it's crap.
Racist. No.
It's just like, I don't think it's the best film in the world, but I just think, like, in my personal opinion, that it was overrated. Same as Avatar, even though Avatar was an amazing film.
No, yeah, I'd agree with you. The fact that the film was overrated. I think it was how the characters were played was more about. I just thought the characters were played really well, especially the Joker. Even though the guy then went and topped himself afterwards, but I thought the Joker was played really, really well. And exactly,
Batman.
precisely. Yeah, that was Batman. Yeah.
Listen to my voice. I'm not deep. I like it deep. He literally shit on puberty, didn't he?
He definitely did.
How does he not get a sore throat? That's what
I had this
Probably
friend
does.
who, when he was like 11 years old, he had a voice of a paedophile, and it was incredible.
Let me tell you about pedophiles.
Yeah, pretty much. And he was like 11 years old. It was so, like, at the time it was, whatever, but looking back on it, it must have been so weird for teachers, like, having an 11-year-old student that's got a deeper voice than them.
I did.
It's very strange.
I got
But when his voice breaks,
breaks,
it go the opposite way.
That would be hilarious.
Oh fuck.
Oh my god. And on that note, I think it's a good time to wrap it up. We've had a lot of laughs and a lot of fun, and if you guys want to say your goodbyes in a completely random order, probably all at the same time, but yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
We are tonight's entertainment.
I like trains.
Something.
Dark
Side.
I sift my pants.
I made it duty.
I'm sorry for watching the trailer. That was epic. And let's end it.
Were you just quoting Family Guy there?
And goodbye.